Is the Star Trek franchise really at risk? A slightly crazy rumor that I didn't really believe might be coming true? Hmm. Welcome to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. So, a couple of months ago, I did a video and I was talking about how potentially Alex Kurtzman's company, Secret Hideout, might be being quietly removed from the Star Trek franchise. And that a source that I've been speaking to for a while keeps telling me and keeps insisting that Paramount really don't want anything to do with Kurtzman anymore. His contract ends potentially tomorrow, and that they will not be renewing it. Now, it's not actually as simple as just sacking Alex Kurtzman, like a lot of YouTube channels in the past have suggested. Alex Kurtzman is the owner and the founder of the Secret Hideout production company. Now, Secret Hideout currently is the primary production company for the Star Trek franchise. So you can't actually sack Alex Kurtzman. What you need to do is remove Alex Kurtzman's Secret Hideout company as the primary production company. Now, Paramount can do that pretty much at any point. Now, at the moment, they had a contract with Paramount to produce Star Trek, but that contract ends in April. They then extended that contract, however, by 2 or 3 years. But according to a couple of sources, that contract doesn't actually stipulate Star Trek. It just stipulates that Secret Hideout would produce television shows and whatever else for Paramount. It was an exclusivity contract, basically, so that Secret Hideout is exclusive to Paramount. It doesn't, again, according to sources, mention Star Trek. I've actually had a look at the announcements from that, and to be fair, the announcements of the extension to the contract don't mention Star Trek either. So, now, news today has come out that Paramount Plus is actually going to be merging with Showtime in the United States. The new channel or the new entity is going to be called Paramount Plus with Showtime. I tell you what, they come up with the best names for these things. It's like Paramount Plus, Disney Plus. Oh God, I don't know. Netflix Plus will be next. And the CEO of Paramount, Bob Bakish, has already been talking about several shows and things will be cancelled, that there might be layoffs within the Paramount Plus and Showtime organizations, and that there will be several announcements coming up in the next few weeks as soon as those things have been decided. So this seems to be quite a quick decision, but this comes from back again what I was talking about in the previous video. Paramount owe a lot of money. It's something in the region of 16 billion. That has actually reduced from around 20 billion a couple of years ago. But at the end of the day, Paramount Plus are struggling to manage that debt. And actually, at the end of 2024, there's a balloon payment due of around 5 billion. And at the moment, they may struggle to make that payment. So, Paramount Plus, Paramount as a business entity, financially are in trouble, and they may need to sell certain parts of the business to make the financial picture make sense. So, the rumor I was hearing was, could they actually sell one of the franchises that is the most valuable, Star Trek? Well, actually, in Bob Bakish's statement, he did talk about that there will be several programs that will be cancelled from the Showtime and Paramount Plus current library of television. But he talked about that those shows made up the bottom 10% of their viewing figures. Now, that wouldn't be Star Trek. Star Trek might not be the most valuable thing they own or the most watched thing they own, but is definitely up towards the top. The viewing figures have all been very successful and it's done very well. Strange New Worlds in particular has been very popular. Prodigy has really grown in popularity over time, and Lower Decks continues to do well. Discovery's viewing figures, they can be argued about, but the rest of the stable of Star Trek shows have been a reasonable success. But that comes with a caveat. Star Trek is also one of the most expensive programs that Paramount actually produces. So could that potentially put the Star Trek neck on the chopping block? Well, I don't think so. I think Star Trek is one of the most valuable things Paramount own, and I don't think there are any risk of selling it. However, I do think that they're going to revert back to partnership deals with other streaming services. For example, what they've done with Picard. Picard internationally will be available on Amazon Prime the day after it airs and premieres on Paramount Plus. Other networks obviously have partnership deals, including Nickelodeon with Prodigy, and I think they will continue to do deals like that in the future for any Star Trek. But do I actually think that Alex Kurtzman's Secret Hideout could be removed from Star Trek? Now, Bob Bakish has already talked about that they were in conversations with their production companies about the new way things are going to be done. And I do think that we could get news regarding Star Trek in the coming weeks and months. We're going to have to wait and see. I think that the real thing, though, here is when Picard ends, we would have expected an announcement about another series to replace it. Now, we were expecting something like Section 31 or maybe even a 7 of 9 reboot, even though now she's moved on to a different TV show. That seems less likely. So, if there isn't an announcement in the coming weeks following Picard, then I do actually think we'll have something to worry about, or I should say, Alex Kurtzman and Secret Hideout will have something to worry about. But, however, if Secret Hideout announce that there is another television show, then that really does show that Paramount are backing them up. So basically, there is a lot of problems at Paramount. There is a lot of debt. Just like we said that Paramount Plus has not been the rip-roaring success they were hoping, and that has forced Paramount to make this merger. I do wonder whether the success or failure of Picard Season 3 will have a big impact. Everybody that's seen it so far, though, says that it is great, and there has been a lot of effort and a lot of advertising pushed towards this new show. So if Picard Season 3 is a success, then maybe that will be just enough to save Secret Hideout moving forwards. But I would almost guarantee that any future production of Star Trek will not have the very large price tag that Discovery had. I can see them negotiating very hard to bring in Star Trek at a much smaller budget in the future. I would love, though, guys, to know exactly what you think about this news about the Paramount Plus merger with Showtime. Do you think that puts Star Trek or any other shows on Paramount Plus at risk? And if it does, what do you think the future holds? I'd love to know exactly what you think. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out. And as always, if you want to become a fully fledged SciTrekker, please consider hitting the join button. There are also links in the description to our Stargate website, our sister channel, SciTrek Sides, our Facebook group, etc., etc. Please go check them out. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.